Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Jonathon Johnson says he never got an ask about being Bachelor lead, teases Grant Ellis ending. While there was never a conversation about Jonathon Johnson potentially becoming the next Bachelor, he is happy for his good pal Grant Ellis. No, not a mention, not an ask, not a "hey, we love to sit you down for a conversation." Jonathon, 28, claimed on the Saturday, January 25, episode of the Lightweights podcast, referring to a prospective offer to lead the franchise. Not once. Instead of Jonathon, the next Bachelor is Grant, whom Jonathon met on Gen Tran's season of The Bachelorette last year. Grant's journey to finding the one kicks off on Monday, January 28. I have no idea why he was chosen, but I always make the joke it's because he's over 6 foot and I'm 5'11", Jonathon teased. Jonathon has also been in touch with Grant, 31, since filming Wrapped. I've talked to him, but not about the season, Jonathon revealed on the podcast. I mean, we all keep that under wraps the best that we can. So out of respect for him, I just don't ask when I see him. He continued, I know that he's doing well. I don't know how it played out, and I don't know if he's with somebody. I don't know where they went, all I know is that he seems good. He seems happy. Both The Bachelor and The Bachelorette frequently culminate in an engagement after the lead narrows the contestants down to one. The task was apparently difficult for Grant, according to show host Jesse Palmer. I've talked to him, but not about the season, Jonathon revealed on the podcast. I mean, we all keep that under wraps the best that we can. So out of respect for him, I just don't ask when I see him. He continued, I know that he's doing well. I don't know how it played out, and I don't know if he's with somebody. I don't know where they went. All I know is that he seems good. He seems happy. Both The Bachelor and The Bachelorette frequently culminate in an engagement after the lead narrows the contestants down to one. The task was apparently difficult for Grant, according to show host Jesse Palmer. Everything to know about Grant Ellis Season 29 of The Bachelor. Premiere date, trailer, and more. I was surprised. That was something that I haven't encountered yet as the host in the last 4 years on any of the franchises. Jesse, 46, exclusively told Us Weekly earlier this month. Normally, I think our leads have a little bit more clarity, a lot more clarity, heading into the final day. And I really think that's how conflicted Grant really was. According to Jesse, Grant was so conflicted based on the caliber of his incredible group of women. They're phenomenal every year for whoever our lead is, and making that decision on the final day is always a very, very difficult decision. But I can appreciate some of why Grant was so conflicted. I'll just say that, Jesse explained. But absolutely without giving away too much, that was authentic and it's real and it's not an edit. Jesse further hinted that Grant seemed very, very happy with how things ended on his season. I know he's really excited for everybody to watch this whole thing unfold. Grant's a very easy guy to root for, Jesse told us. I'm a fan of his, and I know he's a guy that's been so successful in everything he's done in his life outside of love so far. With Zach Shallcross and Joey Graziadei, we're kind of running this streak a little bit, and I think we have a chance to keep this thing going, fingers crossed. Zach, 28, and Joey, 29, were the most recent Bachelors and are still engaged to their respective final rose picks, Katie Bigar and Kelsey Anderson. The Bachelor Season 29 premieres on Monday, January 27 at 8 p.m. ET. The world of The Bachelor has always thrived on a mix of romantic drama, shocking twists, and the never-ending what-ifs that keep fans speculating season after season. But this week, one of those what-ifs became very real when franchise favorite Jonathon Johnson revealed that he was never even asked about stepping into the coveted role of the next Bachelor lead. In a franchise known for giving fan-favorite contestants a shot at finding love on their own terms, This revelation has left Bachelor Nation buzzing with equal parts confusion, disappointment, and curiosity. The missed opportunity. Jonathon, who quickly became a standout on The Bachelorette thanks to his humor, emotional maturity, and easy charm, seemed like a natural choice for the next Bachelor. Fans rallied behind him on social media throughout the season, creating trending hashtags like #TeamJonathon, and even editing fan trailers imagining what a season of Jonathon could look like. So when rumors swirled earlier this summer that production was close to making their decision, many assumed it was a done deal. That's why Jonathon's casual confession, "I never even got the call," hit fans like a plot twist they didn't see coming. How Jonathon dropped the news. During a recent podcast appearance, Jonathon was asked directly whether he had been in talks with ABC producers about potentially leading the show. His answer was both simple and a little heartbreaking for fans. "Honestly, I never got an ask. No one reached out to me about it. It wasn't even a conversation." The statement immediately lit up Bachelor Nation, with fans taking to X, formerly Twitter, Instagram, and Reddit to express their disbelief. Why fans wanted Jonathon. Part of what made Jonathon so appealing was his authenticity. In a season filled with dramatic exits, tears, and one contestant who spent more time arguing with producers than courting the lead, Jonathon remained calm and collected. He supported his fellow contestants, comforted the lead when tensions were high, and never seemed to be there for the wrong reasons. He also brought representation to the franchise in a way that felt natural. Fans praised the way he spoke about mental health, his family, and his views on love without turning it into a forced moment. Many felt that having him as the Bachelor could have ushered in a fresh era for the show, one focused on emotional depth, meaningful connections, and a little less overproduced drama. Speculation. Why wasn't he asked? This is where the conversation has gotten heated. Some fans think production may have already locked in their choice before Jonathon's season of The Bachelorette even finished airing, meaning he was never in serious consideration. Others suspect producers may be looking for a more chaotic season to boost ratings after a relatively low drama cycle. Jonathon's calm and measured personality might not have fit that bill. Still, there are those who think this might be a scheduling issue. Jonathon has hinted at new career opportunities outside of reality TV, which could mean he wouldn't have been available even if he had been offered the role. Jonathon's reaction, classy as always. Despite fans' frustration, Jonathon's reaction was unsurprisingly gracious. "Look, I'm flattered people even think of me in that way," he said. "At the end of the day, this is a TV show, and they're going to pick whoever they think will make the best story. I had my experience, and it was amazing. I'm just focused on what's next for me now." He went on to thank fans for their support and encourage them to show up for whoever the new Bachelor turns out to be. Bachelor Nation split. While some fans have moved on and are excited about the new season regardless, others are still mourning the season that might have been. Reddit threads titled "Justice for Jonathon" have popped up, with users posting mock cast lists and sharing their dream lineups of contestants they'd have loved to see him date. Memes have also started circulating, comparing Jonathon's snub to other infamous Bachelor Nation shakeups, like when Ari Leindick Jr. was suddenly picked over Peter Cross, or when Clayton Achard was announced to a very confused fan base. Could Jonathon return in the future? Here's where things get interesting. Just because Jonathon wasn't asked this time doesn't mean the door is completely closed. Plenty of former contestants have gone on to become the Bachelor or Bachelorette years after their initial run. If Jonathon stays single and continues to be a fan favorite, there's every chance producers might reconsider him for a future season. Plus, with Bachelor in Paradise filming every summer, fans are already speculating that Jonathon could show up on the beach looking for love, which would almost certainly boost viewership. The bigger picture. Jonathon's revelation also opens up a larger conversation about how casting decisions are made behind the scenes. The franchise has often been criticized for picking leads who weren't the most popular with fans, sometimes at the expense of higher ratings or more compelling storytelling. Some franchise insiders argue that this unpredictability is part of the fun. After all, fans love to debate casting choices almost as much as they love the love stories themselves. But others worry that ignoring fan favorites too often risks alienating the core audience. At the heart of the discussion is what Jonathon symbolizes to viewers, a contestant who seemed genuinely ready for love, who brought kindness and maturity to a show that sometimes thrives on chaos. For many, he represented a shift toward a more authentic version of the franchise. Even though he won't be handing out roses anytime soon, Jonathon's influence on Bachelor Nation is undeniable. He reminded viewers that vulnerability can be just as compelling as drama, and maybe even more powerful. What's next for Jonathon? In the meantime, Jonathon has hinted that he's working on a few passion projects, including launching a mental health podcast and possibly writing a book about his time on the show. While he might not be handing out roses this season, fans will still be able to follow his journey, just in a different way. And who knows? Maybe someday, when the timing is right and the stars align, Jonathon Johnson will get his moment as The Bachelor. Until then, fans will keep dreaming about the season that could have been.